We got breaking news that just came out of Memphis right now. You need to stay tuned to this and watch this whole video to understand it. JoJo Splatt just got caught up in a big case right now. Huge Fed charge. Feds are sweeping Memphis right now. Alert, alert. Okay, so this is what happened. JoJo Splatt and his little homies riding in a Hellcat in the middle of the night. They pulling up to an ops hood, okay? I think it was Snupe Bandzz hood. Snupe Bandzz hood. The reason why he came out on live and said nobody can come to his hood is because JoJo Splatt just got caught up for what I'm about to explain. So, JoJo Splatt riding in a Hellcat. It's the two-door one, the Challenger. They swerve. They cut the lights. It's all black. They pull up real slow to Snupe Bandzz hood. They see his uncle crib. It's on the right side. It's like a tan house. I'm not going to say what street. It's too much. But look, they riding down. I think it's Marshall Road. They cut the lights. Once they see movement in the window, pow, they up shots, flying. Instantly, somebody, neighbor next door, they was already knowing something happened because they keep an eye out. And they seen somebody cut their lights. They were looking out the window. They were like, one of the neighbors, somebody had heard this. They looking out, they see something, they hit the ground. All of a sudden, a 12 heard everything. They heard like at least 6 shots go off. And a 12 turned the corner hard as hell, almost spun out, but they kept going. They pulled up and made a left right behind JoJo Splatt's Hellcat. And the Hellcat is hot. It ain't even his. JoJo Splatt can't get no Hellcat, but it's hot. He got money to have somebody get a Hellcat for him. So look, 12 get behind JoJo Splatt. He tried to go. But the type of shoes he was wearing, he stomped on I think it's Black Forces or something. He stomped on the pedal too crazy. And he dang near blew a gasket. And the Hellcat wasn't fast no more. So they going 3 blocks up the road. He tried to put the left signal on and make a right. And he spun out. Because the way he revved it, it was enough to make the wheel spin, but he ain't whipped it back. He ain't whipped the wheel back and oversteer it. He oversteered it. And he didn't understeer. He didn't whip it back enough in time. And the way that he didn't slip it there, Black Forces, it was bad news for him. 12 instantly cut him off at an angle right up in front of the passenger so they can't go no more. It's a fire hydrant on the left. He can't jump the sidewalk. So what happens next? They do basically a felony stop. They felony stop the car. They 12 put the light right on him. Move. They screaming in the mic. Get on the ground. Hands up. Passenger. Put your left hand up. They screaming all that stuff. They open the door and duck cover. 6 more squad cars pull up behind them. Now they're good. Now they got backup and everything. JoJo Splatt right there. They don't know if they already known. They don't know if they threw the strap out yet or not. They just heard the shots go off. So they know it's a smoking gun in that whip. So what they do next, they throw tear gas. They throw tear gas in the car. Make them get out on the ground. Instantly put the dog there and cuff him. They get him, put the needle in the neck, all that stuff. They do that weird thing that they do. So they cuff him. Next thing you know, the passenger getting aggressive. So they had to really physically, get on him. And so once they get everything calm, they find the straps. It was right there. It was right there in the whip. He tried to put it underneath the center console, but it was sticking out. The barrel was hot. The plastic was melting dang near on the center console. So they found everything. And they hit him with the whole book. The whole block was hot. People crying. I don't know who got hit, if Snupe Bandzz Uncle Crib got hit or nothing, but we don't know. if like the crib got hit, but we don't know if he got, who was he looking for? He was looking for Snupe Bandzz, but Snupe Bandzz didn't get hit. So that's why he came back on live literally like like a few days right after that, because they had to get it. He waited a couple of days because they got the affidavit from the 12 because he had heard and had the probable cause, everything like that. They put it on the paper. Somebody broke this news. I forgot the name of the channel, but they just broke the news about the paperwork that proves the facts that I'm saying. So look, boom, they stop him. They get everything under control. They find the straps. It's the same Draco from Makita's. It's the same one. So this is what connecting piece that we're talking about. When Straight dropping them left in the white Bands, they dropped it off at that one crib, and JoJo Splatt was waiting there. And they got in his crib, in his whip, and they left the Draco with JoJo Splatt. And that's how he ended up trying to ride and slide down Snupe Bandzz Uncle crib block. But he slipped up with the black forces and messed up the Hellcat motor. And now he got caught for that and the stolo for the Hellcat. So look, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is you cannot rule people out. That's why you can't rule anybody out. You can't trust nobody, because the people that we first questioned are still out there doing crazy stuff. And had the feds swept earlier, they could have prevented this situation from happening. If JoJo Splatt and them were still held up and being questioned and maybe put on house arrest or something for some involvement due to the fact that guilty with association, if they was at the crib and couldn't leave, lockdown type stuff at the crib, then they would have prevented them from doing this and trying to cause danger to the society. So at the end of the day, you got to learn that these people don't think when they're doing, like, when they're trying to move in the streets, they're not thinking. The people who are OGs, they knew how to move, but it's a whole nother generation. They don't even know how to drive. They can't even get away from the 12 on the driving with a Hellcat. It's so many videos online that the Hellcat just take off and they had to call the chase off. But JoJo Splatt couldn't move in the Hellcat. He slipped it up and blew the motor because crazy, man. So that's the news. And now he hit with indictments and charges. He's about to snitch. So that's going to cause a seventh suspect to come out now. So stay tuned. We're going to figure out more because he's going to have a court date coming soon. And we're going to tune into it, try to get a reporter out there to get some footage or maybe get some audio or something like that. So stay tuned. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, man. I broke the news. You heard it here, Go ahead. Yep.